welcome to Hell War News. I'm going to read you a little document called Pike's Amazing Predictions of 3 World Wars, which wasn't a prediction. This is actual documentation of the Ashkenazic plan to take over the world. Alright, and this is all through the Khazars and the Swiss Knights Nazi Templars. So let's do this. Alright, and here's some double barrel fingers for the Freemasons out there. Come to the Hell War. Come see me in person. This is a personal invite. Come to me. Come to me, motherfuckers. You're just fucking woke up. Ha ha. This fucking Satan you fear, you motherfuckers. Alright, Albert Pike received a vision. Yeah, he received a little fucking notice from the Rothschilds saying this is what's gonna happen, which he described in the letter wrote to Mazzini dated August 15th, 1871. This letter graphically outlines plans for 3 world wars. Graphically outlines. It wasn't a fucking dream. It's in full detail. That's what gives it away. Because no one dreams in full detail like this. You stupid sons of bitches. You fucking Freemasons. I'm going to pit slap you till the cows come home until you come to my house and I make a fucking trophy out of your G-ring and put it around the real G. The real G. I'm the real fucking G, man. Yeah, I'm pissed right off at yous. Come to the long hair. You fear you motherfuckers. They fucking fake dream that was actually a plan by the fucking Khazars a long time ago. It is commonly believed, felicitously, that for a short time the Pike letter to Mazzini was on display at the British Museum Library in London, and it was copied by William Guy Carr. Yeah, Canadian, you stupid fucks. Former intelligence officer of the Royal Canadian Navy. The British Library has confirmed in writing to me that such document has never been in their possession. They're full of shit because Carr got a copy of it. Yes, and then it's in Canada. And I'm reading that document right now. Anyways, the British Library had confirmed in writing that no such document occurred, but they're full of shit. And it now appears in Carr's book, Satan, Prince of the World. Carr includes the following footnote. And remember, this is a dream that happened in full detail? Yeah, I wonder if he dreams in fucking color and black light. Yeah. Alright, here we go, people. The keeper of the manuscripts, recently informed by the author of the letter, is not catalogued in the British Museum Library. It was strange that a man of Cardinal Rodriguez's knowledge should have said it was in 1925. But of course the Cardinal, who's sucking Knights Templar pecker because of course the Jesuits and the Vatican are all run by them, have to hide the facts. It appears that Carr learned that this letter from Cardinal Carlo Rodriguez of San Diego, Chile, who wrote The Mystery of Freemasonry Unveiled. To date, no conclusive proof exists to show that this letter was ever written. Nevertheless, the letter is widely quoted and the topics much discussed. Yes, they are. Following an apparent extraction of the letter showing how 3 world wars have been planned for many generations. Planned. The First World War must be brought about in order to permit the Illuminati to overthrow the power of the Khazars in Russia and making that country a fortress of atheistic communism. Which it is, isn't it? Yes, it is. The divergence caused by the agitator agents of the Illuminati between British and Germanic empires will be used to foment this war, which it was. Okay, British went bankrupt, blah, blah, blah. They got America involved, right? There we go. Basically, at that time, Hitler said, okay, I'm going home. Yeah, he really didn't have nothing to do after the First World War. Okay. At the end of the war, communism will be built to use in order to destroy the other governments and in order to weaken the religions, which it does, okay? Students of history will recognize that the political alliances of England on one side and Germany on the other, forged between 1871 and 1898 by Otto von Bismarck, co-conspirator of Albert Pike, yeah, they were in it together, were instrumental in bringing about the First World War. They sure the fuck were, weren't they? Meanwhile, Albert Pike's the one who dreamt it all up, remember? Yeah, fuck you, he dreamt it up. It was a direct plan from the Rothschild clan and the Swiss Knights and Nazi Templars. Okay? The Second World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences between fascists and the political Zionists. This war must be brought out so that Nazism is destroyed and that the political Zionism be strong enough to instigate a sovereign state of Israel in Palestine, which they did in order to balance the Christendom, which would be reinstated and held in check until the time when we would need it for the final social catechism. That's right, to ring in the socialist libertarian movement of double-barrel bullshit, which is what they're doing. Okay? Now, after the Second World War, communism was made strong enough to begin taking over weaker governments. In 1945, the Potsdam Conference between Truman, Churchill, and Stalin, a large portion of Europe was simply handed over to Russia. Here you go, you guys can have this. You remember the division of all the, after the second, divided it all up. Yeah, that's right. So basically it was handed over to Russia, and on the other side of the world, aftermath of the war with Japan, helped to sweep the tide of communism into China. So there you go, and it did. Now, readers who argue the terms of Nazism and Zionism were not known in 1871 should remember that the Illuminati invented both of these movements, which they did. In addition, communism is an ideology and, as a coined phrase, originates in France during the Revolution in 1785. Restif coined the phrase 4 years before the Revolution broke out. Restif and Babeuf, in turn, influenced by Rousseau, as was most of the famous conspirators of all of them, Adam Weishaupt. So there you go. This is all corresponds. Now, on to the Third World War. Now, the Second World War, all this shit has happened. It's all forged in history. You notice how these dreams, I call them a plan because it's a fucking plan, and it was executed to perfection by Albert fucking Pike. And you people know it. Okay? Now, the Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agents of Illuminati between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world, which you have. You have Israel battling Islam. Why is it happening? Because they made that happen when they gave Israel a spot in Palestine. They created the turmoil back then to stir up shit with the Middle East. You get it? It was all pre-planned, people. Okay? So now you have the Zionist leaders of the Islamic world. The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and the politic Zionists of the state of Israel mutually destroy each other, which is what's happening. Now you have Syrian thing, you have Libya. I gave you evidence of the American 7-country hit list, okay? All these countries, it's all going down. This is the Third World War. This is the proof. This is the Third World War right here, okay? Now, this is all going down now. It's all happening right now as I speak. You guys are non-believers. You don't think it's happening. It is happening. It's going down. Let me continue. This is what they plan to do. Mutually destroy each other. Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on the issue, which is what's happening. The whole world right now is in turmoil, saying, no, don't attack Syria. It's happening, people, according to their plans. The Illuminati, Swiss, Nazi, Knights, Templars plan is unfolding to perfection because you people are not fucking listening. You're not waking up, okay? Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, are constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economic exhaustion. Keep in mind, All these countries involved are already bankrupt. Syria's bankrupt. Egypt's bankrupt. Everyone's bankrupt. The Americans are bankrupt. Canada's bankrupt. All these allied forces are fucking in the hole. Europe is fucking bankrupt. Okay, we're already bankrupt. Where's the money for war coming from? It's being funded by the Swiss Nazi Knights Templars. They're funding both sides of the war. The Russians are funding Syria. The Russians are getting their funding from the Swiss Nazi Knights Templar. Same thing in America. They're broke. Where are they getting the money from? From the Masonic Temple of fucking Solomon, people. Knights Templar, the Swiss bank accounts. Switzerland is funding both sides of war. It is proven they've done it before, and they're doing it again. Again, I will continue. Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided in this issue, will be constrained to the point of complete physical and moral, spiritual, economic exhaustion. We shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists, and we shall provoke the formidable social cataclysm, which, in all its horror, will show clearly to the nations the effect of absolute atheism, origin, and savagery, and most of the bloody turmoil. It's all a plan. This isn't a dream. They're saying, we shall show them. This is a dream? No, this isn't a dream. This is a well-executed plan by Illuminati. This is a well-executed plan by the Swiss Nazi Knights Templar. It ain't gonna happen. The long hair is on to you, motherfuckers. Okay? Here we go. Then everywhere the citizens obligated to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries will exterminate those destroyers of civilization, and the multitude disillusioned with Christianity, whose dissect spirits will from that moment be without compass and direction, anxious for an ideal, but without knowing where to render its adoration. This so-called Swiss Nazi Knights Templar thinks everybody's going to turn to Lucifer. Fuck you! No one's going to turn to Lucifer, you stupid fuckheads! Not as long as the long hairs walk the earth. We are the knights. We are the knights of God, and you fuckers know it. That's why you want all the long hairs to have their hair cut, and you want us all to be skinheads, because we defy you. We defy you. We are the warriors, and there's more of us than you. And we beat the fuck out of you before, and throughout history, us long hairs have conquered you fuckers, and we will continue to bring you down and bring you to the justice of the fucking Lord, the real Lord. The heart, the soul, and the mind. Not your pathetic Temple Solomon, you sons of bitches. The power of the real Lord lies in the long hair's hands. Hell Wars has spoken.